Good morning and welcome to race 2. We have got a much depleted grid for the feature race, which is a shame with it being the 45-minute feature race. We need to get ourselves underway shortly. We will speed up time until everybody is on the circuit. There we go. James Neve on the pole this time. One driver we have in here is Reese Dix, who has jumped into a BMW, so he, whatever points standings we show you at the end of this, bear in mind that Reese has got 100 points taken off it for swapping of a car. Any race where he doesn't use the Lamborghini will detract 100 points from him, because making our way around we will speed up the pace lap a little bit for you. And down under the Corvette bridge now, up to the final turn, and James Neve will to go. Got a truck at the head of the field this time and come around, and yeah, we've not got to the start finish line yet, have we? We was a little premature there. Get ourselves around ready for the start, and now we go onto the grid. James Neve will soon take the fire breathing McLaren. The truck goes in and James Neve controls the pace as he comes up, and away he goes. He's making a sprint early on and jumps into the lead. The BMW in P2 there, number 21. And battle already for the lead from the McLaren and the BMW. Third is the Porsche of Michael Seal in fourth place. Looks like Billy Bob Ray's Lamborghini. Fifth, Carl Chacolette's Ferrari. Sixth looks like the minus 100 point Sean Campbell. James Neve has got making a little bit of a break now. He's got a car in the background there going off. Not sure who that was. Very possibly Aidan Reefy's Porsche. But James Neve is getting away. He's making the sprint for this, as the Michael Seal's Porsche was really challenging the BMW, and they're still with him to come through the carousel and head up towards the kink, and James Neve is getting away. James Neve getting away at the front. The battle behind, I think BMW is driving on his mirrors as much as where he's going with the Michael Seal Porsche overhead.
Oh, dude, netcode sucks, man. I didn't even feel it. I'm sorry, man.
We have had a coming together there by a couple of cars.
I literally didn't even feel it.
That's what she said.
Oh no, it's even worse now.
Or maybe he.
Michael Seal managing to make a break from it. Who's in the pit lane? So Michael Seal and race 1 winner, James Cooper. Now battling away. And Lamborghini in the background there. So the first 4 cars, all different manufacturers. Bear in mind this is only the first lap, or the second lap of 45-minute race. Should do we did 10 laps already in race 1, so they should do what, 25 laps, not sure how many laps they did. Oh, and the BMW into the tyre wall. Battling hard with Michael Seal at the start of the race, and there goes the other construction Mercedes. Up to P7 now. There was only 8 cars taking part in this one. But now we're with Carl Jacquelet and Aidan Repay with the Ferrari and the Porsche respectively, and Aidan looking down the inside of the Ferrari. Is he going to make this stick? This is sprint racing in an endurance, and Aidan not got a number on the car, so we don't know what number Aidan is. Not got a number on the car, but makes it stick out of the Ferrari, although Carl Jacquelet's not going to give that one away. He's going to come down. Aidan, a little bit.
If you're going to defend in time. I nearly took you out then. Stupid move.
But Aidan Repeat, we was just saying, or going to say, bit of a late move to block off the Ferrari. This a 45-minute race, got resticks right at the back there at the minute. There is resticks, the car that should have been a Lamborghini and is a BMW. He's in P4, and it's a real shame because this was going to be a good all the points, but minus 100, so if he scores however many points he gets over the, you get points for qualifying in this series as well, so the championship order, there should be drivers getting points all the way down. We're now with Sean Campbell chasing hard after the Michael Sell Porsche, so second and third very much together. The Lamborghini McLaren of James Deave is making a break for it, and could it soon be a McLaren 1-2? Michael Seal's Porsche is going across, has come to start yet another lap, and the Lamborghini McLaren is down the inside into the first turn. Who's going to be the bravest on the brakes? The McLaren is in the lead before the turn, so didn't have to be brave on the brakes. So that's now McLaren's first and second in this race. Just giving some people a good idea of which car to run when they come in. We have got a list of everybody who's been in and the car they raced in the first race. Will that, I think that 100 points may well hamper resticks for the championship going forward. 100 points, a lot to lose, but a Oh, and a big wobble there. Oh, Michael Seal followed suit as well. Both the McLaren and the Porsche getting very squirrely on the curbs on the exit of the corner. Let's have a look and see if we can find anybody else. James Neave comfortably in the lead. Billy Bob Bray in P9 with the Lamborghini, the Simtek Lamborghini. And whoa, that's a big hit. We almost felt that one. So that is the end of Billy Bob Bray. Although he's in the pit lane, he can rejoin of course. And now we've got the BMW chasing hard after the Mercedes. This is a battle for position and battle for 7th and 8th place. Ooh. The BMW, the Restix BMW, not only incurring a 100-point penalty for using the wrong car, now going very slowly with smoke pouring from the engine. It goes from bad to worse for Restix. Needs as many points as he can to make up that 100 points. And heading down into the pit lane now to make his stop is James Cooper. So we go on board with the Fiona Siddons Mercedes. When it's been mentioned many times that Reese decided to go for the BMW in race 2 to incur a penalty, I am not too sure. Siddons running a little deep into the corner there, but we now go with the Carjack Ferrari running in P5 at the moment. Thing is as well, this 100-point penalty for a swap of car does mean that you can lose more than you can gain from the race. So if you get pole and win the race, you are not going to get 100 points, so you're basically wiping out your race. It's a lot to make up, but over the season, if you win every race from now, you could overcome that 100-point deficit and still be the champion. There is a trophy for the winner of the championship. There will be a British GT3 champion trophy to be handed out to the winner. Aidan Reefy there in 4th place with the Porsche. So at the minute it's McLaren, Porsche. McLaren and Porsche seem fast at the moment. The Ferrari of Carjack is in P5. The Lamborghinis were fast, although not. I think they've shot themselves in the foot a little with off track, so it's sort of like, oh, and we have got a battle up ahead. Sean Campbell and James Neve with the two McLarens at the front. We're only, what we on, lap 6, 12 minutes in to a 45-minute race, and the lead battle is now joined, and that is first and second. 12 minutes into a 45-minute race, and they are battling hard for the win. Demon Tweaks McLaren following the Red Bull McLaren. Not sure what that actually is on the car. But nevertheless, both McLarens battling for the race. Michael Seal there in P3, waiting to pick up the pace if these two cars battle too hard and slow each other down or take each other off the circuit. Interesting to see come the races next week at Hockenheim which car has the advantage, and McLaren certainly seems to have a bit of an advantage here today. Will that change next week at Hockenheim on the Grand Prix circuit? European track, which means that the pace car will be the Porsche 911, fitting as well with it being in Germany. Got a German car, and yeah, and now the battle is separated. It's the first three cars, and Michael Seal now coming up on the back of the McLaren. So, and into the pit lane goes James Neve. James in for his pit stop. So, battle for first and second now is the McLaren and the Porsche. And Michael Seal now on the tail of the McLaren. Not sure what's happened, but Sean Campbell was really pushing hard to get past James Neve, and then suddenly dropped back. Not only dropping back from the James Neve car, but dropping into the clutches of the Michael Seal Porsche. He is now getting away again a little bit of breathing space for him. I think that battle has deteriorated, so James Cooper with the BMW is in P7 at the moment, and he's got a bit of internet problems there. The multiple BMW, the red and white car, comes around the final corner, out over the rumble strips, goes across. He's going to do another lap before he pits. Ristic's BMW sitting in the pit lane with a lot of damage. James Neve is back out onto the circuit and rejoins in P4. After his stop, he's done his fuel stop and now running in P4 in the race. Looking here, the Mercedes up ahead, so that must mean that Fiona Siddons is in P3. James Neve McLaren, having done its mandatory fuel stop, and running these cars to tanks at 50%. Has meant that James was into the pit lane early. Did he go light on fuel at the start to do that? Was it the 50% tank run out, or did he not put 50% of fuel into the car? Away he goes across the start now, the 9th lap. So we're about 20 minutes into this race now. About 20 minutes in, so getting very close to halfway through. I think that Restick's BMW, which has got the 100-point penalty, I think he must have had a tow back to pit lane, because they are now changing the tyres on that car. Fiona Siddons is at the minute running in P5, so where was James Neve then? James Neve, yeah, James Neve's in P6, we thought he was in P4. He's actually dropped to P6 with the fuel stop, so Fiona Siddons have a construction Mercedes, not yet done a pit stop, and he's up to P5. One of the older, more outdated cars that are in the championship, along with the Ford GT40, which is allowed in. Nobody has yet joined with the GT40, but who knows whether it will make an appearance or not. Mercedes goes aloft now to start the 10th lap, which is about 24 minutes into this race. Restick's is still there in the pit lane. Michael Seal is pitting with the Porsche, and up now to P4 is the Fiona Siddons Mercedes. Carl Giacolette's Ferrari in P3. I'm not sure, yeah, because the Aidan Reefy Porsche will be in P2 at the minute, so it's McLaren, Porsche and Ferrari, the first three cars. I think 4th place is the Haber Construction Mercedes. That Carl Giacolette Ferrari looking like a works entered car with the proper Ferrari logos all around it. Can't hear the Mercedes. Where it is, there's the Aidan Reefy Porsche in P2, clipping dirt and everything as he goes through. And Aidan as well going for another lap. Restick's is still sitting in the pit lane. Sean Campbell still in the lead of the race. There he is with the McLaren. Obviously as yet also not been down pit road for his fuel stop. Wherever you are on the circuit, you can hear that Mercedes rumbling along with the V8. He's getting a little wide into the dirt there on the exit of the corner, but survives to again picking up the dust on the exit of that corner. He's pushing, Reese is pushing. Is Reese now on the final lap before the pit stop, because he's really pushing the Ferrari, getting a little squirrely onto the brakes. Again, just running it right to the edge of the track, using all the track and a little more in places. I have a feeling this could be the in-lap for fuel. There again, right out to the very extremities of the circuit. We will see if this is picking up the dust as well there, so he is pushing. Yes, he knows that James Neve has already pitted and tried the undercut, and it's not an in-lap. He is going for another lap, so Michael Seal back on circuit in P6. And I think now we have got a battle between James Neves with Anderson's in P4 and not really getting close yet. We'll go back. Watch Michael Seal in P6, P5 is he, or P6? P6 at the moment. But he has made his pit start, and oh, that's a big off. That's going to, yeah, it's not as big as I thought. Thought I was going to be a bigger hit than that, but luckily got away with that. Very nicely indeed. Lost a heap of time. Is the car damaged? No, the car can't be damaged because Michael is going ahead to get through to do another lap. James Neve still in P5 with the Red Bull McLaren, and is catching up to the Mercedes of Fiona Siddons in P4 at this moment in time. Although James is a pit stop in front because he has made his stop, Fiona hasn't. And the other construction, Mercedes still ahead of McLaren, 4th place at the minute. Do note we had 3 degrees of wing on the car, so the wing angle very shallow to get the straight line speed. Bit of a Monza setup for GT. Car chocolates, Ferrari still circulating in P3. Another car that has yet to stop for fuel. There's Aidan Repe, so the Ferrari's up to P2, the Aidan Repe Porsche 911 is in pit lane. I would assume Sean Campbell still in the lead with the McLaren. Going through the carousel. Going across, some of the cars changing tyres, some are not. Right out, kicking up the dust again. Now, is this a in-lap? Both the leader Sean Campbell and the 3rd place now Mercedes must be getting ready for a stop. And indeed, Sean Campbell down the pit lane. Sean Campbell into the pit lane. That's 13 laps completed, and he is now, so Aidan Reefy is still showing as in P2. So where's the Mercedes? I think these cars, so I think now that if the McLaren's been down the pit lane, I think now the Mercedes, which was in P4, must be coming towards the pit lane. We will check in with it. We'll stay with the Mercedes till the end of the lap. I think this is the in lap. Got to be after 14 laps of racing, and the Mercedes goes down into the pit lane. And James Neave goes across and up now to P3. Yeah, and Aidan Reefy was behind, so Aidan Reefy now in P4. So Carl Jacquelette's Ferrari must be now the only car that has not stopped for fuel. And James Neave there in P3, you see in the background Aidan Reefy's McLaren at Porsche. Sean Campbell still in the lead, or is he? Is Carl Jacquelette and Bjorn Sidden's Mercedes leaving the pit lane after it stopped? Carl Jacquelette coming towards must surely now be coming to his pit stop. We're on the 14th lap for the Ferrari. Could it be that the Ferrari uses less fuel than the other cars? James Neave's McLaren was, I think James Neave's McLaren must have been out of sync because it stopped very early for a stop for fuel. Perhaps James didn't put enough fuel in to get to the end. Ferrari going around that Mercedes, you can hear everywhere you are on the circuit, you can hear the Mercedes rumbling along in the background. And Carl Jacquelette now coming through towards the final corner, through the Bill Mitchell bend. Ferrari is in P4, so Carl Jacquelette has made his stop. P3, the Aidan Reefy Porsche. And chasing hard after the James Neave McLaren. I think now at this stage of the race, 15 laps in, which is a little over 10 minutes left to go of this race, I think now. So a little over 10 minutes to go. There's the James Neave McLaren. James coming across now to start his 16th lap. Probably 35 minutes, so yeah, about 10 minutes of the race left to go. There's Sean Campbell McLaren, but very wide into the corner there. We just caught him on the extremities of the circuit, getting a little sideways, but managing to hold it. And Sean has got a good lead at this stage of the race, although that good lead is going to diminish. A quick spin for Sean Campbell's McLaren. It shows how much of a lead he had. Still no sign of the James Neave McLaren in P2, so good thing for Sean Campbell that the James Neave McLaren is a little further back than James would want. I think probably Sean was one of the cars that didn't swap tyres in the pit stop because he's getting a little loose at the minute. Unless the tyres are red hot from the spin, which is losing in grip. The car doesn't seem to be running on rails by any means. As you can see from that shot, a big lead for the Sean Campbell McLaren. There's Bjorn Sims Mercedes running in P5. A good top 5 is coming up. You do know that the favourite circuit on the calendar for Fiona is the Donington Park round, our local circuit. She lives just 35 minutes up the road from Donington Park. Carl Jacquelet in P4 with the Ferrari. He is now starting his 17th lap. If you say 2 minutes lap, that's 34 minutes. Then you've got the 10 seconds ish. So probably 37 minutes in. Probably about 6-7 minutes of the race left to run. The Carl Jacquelet Ferrari. Good result for the car.
Jeez, are you out of fuel?
I'm fuel saving though, yeah.
Alright.
And the reader there asking James Neave if he's out of fuel. James seems to be running slow. It seems to be. And we've got a battle for second place at the minute. James Neave fuel saving like crazy. Here's Aidan going to get in. V2 is going down the inside. Does he make the move stick? Runs a little while, picks up the dirt, but manages to make that move stick. James getting into the slipstream as much as he can to save fuel there. And Aidan that's almost collected James Neve as well. So the Aidan Repi Porsche takes the spin. And that gives James a little bit of breathing space up ahead. Excuse me. Yeah, so Aidan Repi with a little spin. James Neve now got a good gap. Out to the 3 cars, and McLaren's first and second on the 19th lap, which if you say 38 minutes, so probably 5 minutes left of the race now. Getting close to the end. Not a big grid for the first 2 rounds of round 1. 13 cars in race 1, 8 cars in race 2. Hopefully the series will pick up as it goes along. There is 41 cars entered into the season, so we will see how it pans out. Now it's Aidan Repi catching up with James Neve McLaren, back with the Sean Campbell McLaren on his 19th lap out in front. Not sure what went wrong with the James Neve McLaren, because this car doesn't seem to be having problems with fuel. He run longer in the first stint and looks like he's running longer, not running longer in the second stint, but it is just the one stop, but looks like he's running faster. Still pushing every inch of the way is the Sean Campbell McLaren out over the curve, picking up a bit of dust again on the exit. Not easing his way to the flag, although he's got a big gap to the cars behind, a big spread out field of cars, and see it there again, squirreling under the brakes. He's really pushing this. If he's fuel saving in a very fast way. The P5 Aber Construction Mercedes also seems to be running fast and not fuel saving. Coming round Canada corner once more. Carl Chocolate still in P4 with the Ferrari. On number 42 Ferrari. Yeah, now within 3 or 4 minutes of the checkered flag falling on the first round here at Road America. No cars on circuit are battling closely. Aiden Repai there in P3. Now this is the closest you've got to a battle because you can hear the McLaren. You can't see it on screen, but you can hear it in the distance. There it is, you can see it. The McLaren of James Neve being caught once more by the Asian Repai Porsche.
You got enough?
I don't know.
I am really concerned.
James Neve with the
I
McLaren.
slowed down so this would be final lap. Make it.
They are coming towards the final lap of the race as they come round. So Sean Campbell will be slowing down to make it the final lap. And Aidan Repai with the McLaren, with the Porsche catching on to the back of the James Neve McLaren very quickly. Down the inside. Round he goes. So the Porsche back into P2. And Sean Campbell wins the race, flashing his lights as he goes over to finish the race. Aidan Repai, James Neve coming through any time now to finish the race as well. So it's McLaren first, Porsche second, McLaren in third. Fourth is the Carl Chocolate Ferrari. Fifth the and James Neve into the wall. James Neve into the wall.
Hold on, I'm coming around. I'll push you. He's into the wall. Let me know if you make it to the line.
Sutton's coming round to
I'll make it.
in P5. Carl Chocolate coming through the final corner now and heading down the straight. Carl Chocolate in P4 in the second round of the championship. Fiona Mercedes is in 5th place.
Dude, my rear
coming down to the Canada corner.
my rear left was at 59%.
Fiona Siddons with the Mercedes coming round to finish the race. As Fiona comes to the flag, we'll have a look at the results of the race. And first, car number 7, Sean Campbell with the McLaren did the race in 45 minutes 15.549 seconds. Second, car number 98, Aidan Repai with the Porsche. It was 33.893 seconds back of the leader.
Dude, I cannot catch a break with netcode. What the heck?
Third, car number 8,
I was going side by side with Billy into the braking zone, and it's fine, and then his car just turns dead left because for whatever reason we netcoded on like the mirrors or something.
Ferrari. In 5th place, car number 59, Fiona Siddons with the Aver Construction Mercedes. 6th, 9 laps down, Michael Seal, number 61 with the BSR Porsche. 7th, car number 21, James Cooper, who was 14 laps down. 8th, car number 609, Reece Diggs, who has got a 100-point penalty to come. Also 14 laps down. In 9th place was car number 55, Billy Bob Ray with the Lamborghini. And 10th was Sam Smith, who didn't make the start, had to go away to do something. He did qualify, but didn't actually take the start of the race. So 13 cars in race 1, 10 cars left for race 2. And the championship points, Sean Campbell leading the points with 757 points, 2 wins in the race. Second in the championship, James Neve, 685. Third, Adrian Repi. Fourth, James Cooper. Fifth, Michael Seal. Sixth, Carl Jacquelet. Seventh, Fiona Siddons. Eighth, Billy Bob Ray. Ninth, Reece Diggs, who has at the minute got 377 points, not 477, with the penalty imposed for swapping car. 10th is Nick Clibbens, 11th Sam Smith, 12th Jason Morris, and 13th Jack James. The Mercedes is running out of fuel on the slow down lap, not going to make it back to pit road. So that is it for round 1 here at Road America. Please give us a like, give us a share, drop us a comment if you're new to the channel and you'd like to see more of the BSR GT3 Championship and our farming. Please subscribe to the channel, give that bell a ring. It will tell you when we do our racing, when we do our farming, until you join us again next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye for now.